What's going on, collectors and trainers? I know it's been a while since I've released a video, but my wife and I just had our first child, and that'll do that to a YouTuber. But today, I'm coming back with an episode that is a little unpopular and kind of slept on in the hobby, and that is coin collecting. I know a lot of people don't really care about their coins. They'll get a blister pack or a theme deck, and they'll just kind of toss that coin off into either a tin or a drawer or a bag or whatever. And honestly, after a couple times of it rubbing against another coin or a metal surface, it's scuffing it and it's basically losing its condition. I like to use it as an analogy back when we were kids, before Pokemon was really hyped about selling and collecting. We would just kind of put our cards in our backpack or our pocket and scuff up, some of our old Wizard of the Coast holos, and we regretted doing that. And I think since the coins are kind of not really protected and stuff, a similar thing is going on with that. And I think some coins are really, really cool. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the history of coins, and I'm going to talk about Japanese releases, like when it first came out, and we're going to go back to '96, and we're going to go when they released in English in the base set, which was actually here in the Brushfire theme decks. There was also a 2-player starter kit where you can get Chansey coin. This is actually a Japanese coin here, but if you'll see on the back, we have the English Wizard of the Coast Chansey coin, which was cardboard. So we're going to go over all those different types. So yeah, starting off, Wizard of the Coast, they made cardboard and metal coins starting out. But the Japanese coins, however, they started out with plastic. And you'll see the old backs here. This is an old back Chansey. And this is my binder here. And I kind of started collecting some of those old Japanese ones. I really like mainly the theme deck ones. And the theme deck ones we have, in my collection anyways, I have the Gloom. Okay. And we have the Alakazam. And I will go over the decks there that those came in. But starting off, I'm going to talk about the use of coins. They were designed to determine effects, whether an attack was going to happen, whether you could use an ability, a trainer card, a supporter. It was a randomizer. Nowadays, most people don't use coins because there can be a lot of issues. So if you're in a tournament setting, you flip a coin, it falls off the table, that's invalid. You have to reflip. If you're playing in a tournament setting and somebody decides to use a coin, both players have to agree on it, or a judge has to okay it. And I have never seen anybody in a tournament setting in Modern use a coin. Most people use dice because dice numbers don't lie. Evens are heads, odds is tails, and that decides, who goes first. Usually that's a big thing in a game of Pokemon. You start out, you flip a coin, somebody decides, you call it heads or tails. The coin was used, but people can use dice in the same way. So dice kind of eliminate a little bit of problems in a tournament setting. So
really what it comes down to now is coins are for collecting, and people are not taking it seriously. They're just throwing them in drawers or giving them away or throwing them away. They don't really care about them. I think they're cool, but like I said, the Japanese ones, they are the coolest ones. And there's other coins too that came out. These are Hasbro ones that came with the like these type of little toys. Those weren't used in the trading card game, and that's what this video is about. Just strictly about the trading card game. It all started with the Chansey coin, and there was a number of different releases of it. And there was actually different colors, like there was a pink one and there was a green. And those released in a gift set. I think it was in '98, but there was a bunch of different prints. There was actually a gold one, which is one of the rarest. It's a black back, just like this one. And it was given out in a Japanese tournament in Chiba, Japan. It was in '97. It was June 14th through the 15th. And that one's really rare. So if you have that one, you better put it in one of these. Which, by the way, since we're going to talk about coin collecting, these are cardboard coin flips I use. And there's a number of different ones. You can use vinyl ones. You can use their self-sealing ones. These ones, you actually have to seal yourself. And you'll notice coins that I have, they're stapled. So you could just use a traditional stapler to staple those together. And you can even use tape too, and I would use tape more with the large coins, because even with these ones, which these are 2" by 2". It's hard to, you would have to put the staples on the corners, which you'll see here. I did do that on this EV coin. I was also able to get one on the bottom, but it also looks a little cleaner with tape, but tape's kind of it's a pain and it takes more time, so that's up to you. But anyways, going back to the history part, one of the coins I don't have and I'm trying to get in my collection is the Onyx. It was released in the Nivy City gym on it was a Brock theme wow, can't speak, is a Brock theme deck. And so Onyx, of course, Onyx was one of Brock's main Pokemon next to Geodude. So that one was a black back, and it also had brown like holofoil circles on it, which is really cool. Cards that were in the theme deck were like Brock's Onyx, Brock's Rhyhorn, Brock's Sandslash, Brock's Zubat. Those were all like cards we've seen in Gym Heroes in English. One of the other coins came out, which backstory on this, I ordered this on eBay and it came split in half. And luckily the seller gave me a refund, but I was really disappointed because this thing is so clean. There's like no scratching on it or anything. So I was able to get a refund, but I was bummed about that. But it's a blue confetti hollow pattern on it, and this was Misty's theme deck. So Misty's theme deck was called the Hanada City Gym, and that was also released April 26, 1998. This actually had 64 cards in it instead of 60 cards, which is a traditional deck. I don't know. Japan always does stuff way different than us. Everything's cooler over there. I mean, their coins are cooler. The vintage coins are just so much cooler. But yeah, anyways, that deck had things like Misty's Goldeen. It had Misty's Tentacool, cards that we've seen in the Gym Challenge, Gym Heroes sets. Another one that I don't have, the Japanese original coins, is the Raichu. And the Raichu, that was the Kuchiba City Gym, and that was released July 25th, 1998. and I'm pretty sure that was a Lieutenant. Yeah, that was a Lieutenant Surge themed deck. And yeah, it's one of the harder not cards, but coins to get, because people like Raichu. I really want to get that, and also hard to find in mint condition because people don't take care of coins, and they're also older than the English release. I mean, these coins were released in '98. Pokemon came out in '99 in America. So one of the ones that I do have is the Gloom, and this is a green pixel hollow pattern. You'll see that it's kind of like, if you've opened V Max Climax, it's kind of like their reverses, which is really cool. And it's actually sealed. I kept it sealed. Bought this off eBay. And I was like, the seller sent me it in the original packaging, and I was like, I'm not taking it out because this is one of the coins that I plan to get graded, which that'll be a whole different video. I'm not going to talk about that today. So yeah, that was released in 1998. It was called the Tamamushi City Gym. Sorry if I'm pronouncing these wrong. I'm not Japanese. But that was the Erica's theme deck. Similar. Yeah, it's Erica's theme deck, similar to the one that came out in English around the Gym Challenge Gym Heroes time. And the next one that I do have, this is the Alakazam. Just flip them up right. And this is a cracked ice hollow pattern. So we have a lot of modern stuff that still comes out with cracked ice hollow patterns, which is cool. But Alakazam, see, I got him sitting in the background there. Love Alakazam. He's so cool. That was the original back with the energy symbols on it. Coin I probably plan on getting graded. So yeah, that was a release in the Yamabuki City Gym, and that was released February 26, 1999. And another one that I don't happen to have that is very iconic is the Lugia. That was released in the Neo Genesis Neo Starter deck. That was released February 4th, 2000. That's a popular one that a lot of people have or had at one point, but it goes pretty much about 15-20 bucks nowadays on eBay. But another one I need to get for the collection, a minty one. So now that is where I'm going to kind of cap this video off, is the history for Japan. I'm going to flip it to America now, things that came out. And in America, like I said before, the Chansey coin, that's the first one that came out, which I need to get an American one. I have one technically, but it's sealed. I'm not opening this Brushfire theme deck to pull that coin out of there. Another interesting thing about old theme decks, you see these? Those are the damage counters back in the day. They're little glass beads. They're kind of like marbles, kind of like fish tank rocks, and that stuff is just bashing up around inside of these. I don't know what they were thinking, but putting those in these, like especially for young kids that could choke on. So yeah, I had no idea what to do with those when I was a kid, but that's what those were for. They were for damage counters. Okay, so other theme decks that came like in this base set was that, besides the Brushfire, was the Blackout deck, and that had like Squirtle and I think Hamachan on it, and then you had the Overgrowth deck that had Ivysaur on it, and then Zap deck, I believe it had Pikachu and Mewtwo on it. But anyways, these all came out in the beginning, January 9th, 1999. I remember seeing these theme decks in shippers in like hobby stores. You know, my mom would take me to. There was like a craft store back in the day in northeastern Ohio called Packatans, and they would have an entire shipper of these Wizard of the Coast theme decks. Another one I have, and it unfortunately is open, but it's beat up, but I have it. And this is the coin that came out around the Team Rocket era. That was the Meowth. Unfortunately, was not in here all the cards were. But yeah, that's another theme deck that people might be familiar with, and the coin also. But after the Chansey coin, getting back on track here as far as the history goes, this was a cardboard coin that was released. I'm getting focus here. Come on, there we go. This is a Toys R Us promo league coin, and during the first round of league events, a lot of them took place back in 1999 at Toys R Us, and you'll see here, this is on the back, 1999 Wizards. Man, camera's not staying in focus. Toys R Us Pokemon League, and you'll see in the copyrights, a lot of them, especially on the Japanese, it'll say CR and GF. That's just Creatures Game Freak. But I love this coin. It's the water colored original chunky Pikachu. So yeah, I love that one. And that was 99, of course, and then, you know, Jungle, which I don't have, another one I want to collect as a cardboard coin. It was a Vileplume, and that had like a confetti holofoil pattern similar to my Miserable Sorry Starmie coin here. Had that similar holofoil pattern to it. And yeah, that was one of the ones that came out in Jungle. And then one of the ones that I do have is when Fossil came out. Jeez, if I can get this out of here. These things are real snug, by the way. This is an Aerodactyl coin. It's got an awesome, like, traditional WotC hollow pattern. And this is what the backs of, say if I had the original Chansey English, this is what it wouldn't look exactly like this, but it would have a similar, like, 1999 Wizards, Nintendo. But like I said, the Chansey, they made like 5 different prints of it. So yeah, there's the Aerodactyl. It's a beautiful coin. I'm probably gonna get this one graded. I think basically all these Gen 1 coins, which is pretty much what this video is highlighting. Besides, afterwards I'll go through some of the other coins I have, and more so on the materials used here to protect the coins. And yeah, like I said, the Team Rocket deck, you know, that's where the Meowth came from. That was released in April 2000. And it had 2 varieties. There's like a Cosmo Hollow version of it and a Starlight Hollow. It's really cool. And there was also a cardboard version of this released as well. But it had, I believe, yeah, it was a Cosmos Hollow, similar to the Aerodactyl, and a Starlight Hollow. Well, actually, no, yeah, this is the Starlight Hollow. Okay, so another iconic one in English was a metal Lugia coin. I don't happen to have that one. That's another one to add to the collection. But some of the metal ones that I do have here that are vintage. This is a Pikachu. It came out in the Thunderstorm gift set box, which I have back here. One of my first pilot episodes goes over that. That was, it was featured in an Unlisted Leaf video. There's the back of it here, which is awesome. It has a 2000s copyright on it. Wizards. There's a little lightning bolt on top of it. But yeah, that was inside the Thunderstorm gift set box. Really cool box. You know, I wanted to keep it whole, but I deconstructed basically. Like, the packs are here in this shadow box, and the theme deck is back here in the corner. It's just too cool to hide it all. So I have it out and I have the box on display. So yeah, that was one of the original metal coins there that was released. And there are other metal coins, but that are not related to the trading card game in particular. These are like the Meyer Japanese ones. You'll see the markings on the back here. These are like battle coins. I don't know too much about these, but I like the whole Alakazam line and Kadabra and stuff. And I picked that one up. One of the modern ones that are metal. This is the Celebrations Ultra Premium Collection coin. Went ahead and put that in a flip. It's really awesome back. Seeing the traditional back, modern back with and all silver like that. It looks cool. So yeah, that's some of the metal ones that I have. Yeah, so pretty much we showed plastic, we showed cardboard, we showed metal. They still make all of them today. I mean, technically you could still say they make cardboard ones today, because this is one of the McDonald's cardboard coins. The Growlithe, which I thought was the coolest one. Yeah, so won't see them as much, but they technically still do make them. Let's see here. Besides that, that's pretty much what I want to go over on history. I just want to talk about like Gen 1, Gen 2. Of course, I'm an old 33-year-old typical Gen 1 collector. I like all my Gen 1 stuff, but the history on it is really cool, and I think not a lot of people know about it, so that was a lot of my intention for making this video. But yeah, so you can buy these. These are made by BCW. These are 20 pocket pages. The size is 2x2, and that's generally what you'll find here with these cardboard flips. Which I got these cardboard flips at a local coin store. But yeah, these I ordered off Amazon, so you don't find these too often at Walmart or Target, so probably want to order them online if you want those. But I enjoy all coins. I mean, the large ones, the large modern coins, they don't fit in as far as with these. I mean, you'll see how wide that is. Like, that just is too big of a dimension. I want to find a better size to hold this style. So if anybody knows, go ahead and leave a comment. I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, you start off doing whatever you want. Just always, I suggest if you want to take coin collecting seriously, is you're going to throw them in a tin like this, just don't leave them loose. Buy these cardboard flips. You seriously about to get like 50 to 100 of them for $5, $4. I don't know. But yeah, look, what I'm doing here is, I have a bunch of mine that I went ahead and stapled up and got into the flips here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and load this binder up and try to, put my favorite ones together. The extra ones I'm either gonna sell, and you're better off to just protect them if you're gonna sell them, because you're not gonna have scratch ones. Most sellers that are interested in collecting these, they're not going to want to scratch one, because like I said, like this one has a little bit of scratching on it, but it's an awesome coin. This is an XY era Mega Gengar. This isn't an easy coin to find nowadays. I mean, sure, a lot of people have it, but I mean, as far as going to Walmart and finding it nowadays, you're not going to find it, and you're especially not going to find these coins in Walmart nowadays. So yeah, if you guys thought this video was helpful and you enjoyed it, give the video a thumbs up, and I'll keep making these history and informational videos, because honestly, I love the old era stuff. I like I said, the Japanese coins in a recap, they're the coolest. It's like these are some some different generas coins or Japanese. They're definitely smaller than even the older Japanese ones. You'll notice in comparison, this one is definitely smaller. So interesting note is that Japanese coins have always been smaller compared to English. I think they're so cool, and you can definitely appreciate them a lot more when you got them protected like this. And like I said, I'll eventually make a video here, especially if people enjoy this video, about grading coins, and I'll give you some more information on that, because that is the next venture I want to take with coin collecting. So go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate you watching if you stuck around for the whole video. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.